Hi guys, why be honest in politics when there's an easier way? So GB News and the right-wing media are looking for someone to be angry with, and they've turned their focus to celebrity and political activist Carol Vorderman. The former countdown star threw her support behind a campaign of tactical voting before the general election. This is where the public could access a website where they could punch in their postcode and they'd be given advice on who best to vote for to kick the Tories out. This of course resulted in non-Tories winning lots of seats. Now Carol never told people to vote for Labour generally, only when it was the best positioned candidate to deny the Conservatives a seat. But this fact was lost on right-wingers like Mark Dolan, who instead preferred to blame Carol for putting Starmer into number 10.
Parting is such sweet sorrow. It's the end of the affair for TV superstar Carol Vorderman and our new Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. And to think they were once so much in love. For years now, National Treasure and multiple Rear of the Year winner Vorderman has been on social media raging about the evil Conservative government and urging her large band of followers to vote for Keir Starmer in July.
No. She did not encourage people to vote for Keir Starmer. She encouraged people to vote tactically to vote the Tories out. Now, the result of that was the Green Party increasing their seats. The result of that was Reform UK winning seats. The result of that was the Liberal Democrats winning seats. And of course, Labour winning a massive majority. She did not instruct her supporters to vote for Labour or to vote for Keir Starmer. That's a lie. She encouraged people to vote tactically to kick the Tories out. Now, in some constituencies, it was necessary to vote for Labour. In other constituencies, it was possible to vote for other parties. But at no stage, unless I'm missing something, at no stage did she tell people to vote for Keir Starmer or the Labour Party in general.
Railing against what she considered Tory incompetence and corruption under various prime ministers, the dashing Sir Keir was the answer, with a more grown-up politics and support for the weakest members of our society, like the elderly. Oh dear. Unlike Carol, that hasn't aged very well, has it? Imagine...
She didn't say this. She didn't tell people vote for the Labour Party because they're the better party. Once again, she said, we need to kick the Tories out. They've been in power for 14 years. They've run public services into the ground. They don't deserve to remain in power. They don't deserve to win any seats. And I think that still stands. I think you're going to find it difficult to find people who think that the Tories should have remained in power. Maybe Mark Dolan would have preferred the Tories to remain in power, but the average person on the street was not happy with the current situation back in July. So they decided, actually, we're going to vote against the Conservatives. I keep saying it's a referendum on the incumbent. And the incumbent was not doing very well.
Vorderman's shock and disappointment when this new government passed a vote on Tuesday to deprive 10 million pensioners of the winter fuel allowance. Yes, there are plenty of people who don't need the allowance, like Carol, for example, who recently sold her mansion for a reported £2.6 million. Wow, these lefties are getting richer by the day.
Do I sense a little jealousy here? She's been successful as a celebrity and she has decided to sell her home. I thought Tories celebrated that. They celebrated success, not resented it.
But a third of those affected by her hero Keir Starmer's cruel policy are living in poverty. It's terrible, this, isn't it? The problem is that Carol helped make it happen. In fact, she fronted a targeted and rather complex campaign of tactical voting that helped install this Labour government with...
It was designed to kick the Tories out. Now, the result of it, of course, was that Labour won a majority and Keir Starmer became Prime Minister. But if you actually looked at the tactical voting website, the goal was to punish the Conservatives, and it resulted in punishing the Conservatives. That was its goal. It was not endorsing Keir Starmer. It was not endorsing any political party. It was apolitical. But it's easier not to be honest about this.
Starmer achieving a huge majority despite winning 3 million fewer votes than Jeremy Corbyn in 2017.
Yes, exactly. And do you know what else Carol Vorderman and the people who set up the campaign for tactical voting want? They want proportional representation. They want a more fairer political voting system. That's what they're campaigning for next. They kicked the Tories out. They have succeeded in that. Their next goal is to push for proportional representation. You're supporting it, I presume, Mark, because you're saying, look, Keir Starmer won a majority with fewer votes. That's a problem. I think most reasonable people would understand that's a problem. The system is broken. It's not fair. Even for Reform UK, I'm no fan of Reform UK, but Reform UK won a significant number of votes, but it didn't translate into a significant number of seats. Under PR, they would do much better, but at the same time, under PR, the Green Party would do much better. So this is what Carol Vorderman and others are campaigning for. It wasn't about putting Keir Starmer into number 10, it was about removing the Conservatives. And then perhaps with a new party in power that would be more open to PR, we would hope, this is what they're going to campaign for. But it's easier just to say Carol Vorderman was in love with Keir Starmer, she wanted him in number 10, and now she's disappointed that he isn't doing what she wanted. Yes, of course she's disappointed with Keir Starmer. I think a lot of people, even within the Labour Party, are disappointed with Keir Starmer. But that's nothing to do with tactical voting, and has nothing to do with Carol Vorderman. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.